In a time of myths and legends, when the gods walked among mortals, one hero rose above all, Hercules, son of Zeus himself. His name echoed through the valleys and mountains of Greece, permeating every corner with the bravery of his exploits. 12 labors, 12 trials to which Eurystheus, the king of Mycenae, subjected him. 12 battles against hellish beasts, nightmarish creatures, and enemies of unimaginable strength. Prepare to embark on an epic journey and discover whether Hercules is destined for eternal glory or to succumb to evil. On the vast plains of Nemea lurked a colossal lion with impenetrable skin and dagger-sharp claws who spread panic among the inhabitants. In his first job, Hercules faced the beast with indomitable bravery. Armed with his olive club and poisoned arrows, he entered the lion's den. And after a fierce battle between the two, he managed to strike an accurate blow and finish the monster off. The lion's skin, now a trophy of his triumph, became his armor, a symbol of his power and determination. In the marshes of Lerna dwelt the Hydra, a serpent with multiple heads that exhaled a poisonous breath. Each time a head was cut off, 2 heads would spring up in its place, creating an endless nightmare. Hercules confronted the Hydra and, aided by his nephew Iolaos, cauterized the necks with fire to prevent regeneration. Finally, after a titanic effort, the Hydra succumbed and Hercules harnessed its poison to imbue his arrows with lethal power. In his third task, Hercules had to go to the mountains of Erymanthus, where a huge boar was ravaging the region, wreaking havoc and destruction. Hercules cornered the creature in a deep ravine and, with the help of Athena, managed to defeat the boar. With this new triumph, Hercules consolidated his fame as a legendary hero, capable of overcoming any challenge. In the forests of Ceryneian, a treasure was running free. A doe with golden horns and bronze hooves, swifter than the wind. This creature, consecrated to Artemis, was a symbol of purity and wild beauty. Hercules' fourth task was to capture this hind, for which he had to chase it for a whole year and use a special arrow to immobilize it without harming it, which earned him the recognition of the goddess Artemis and made him a legend. Hercules' next task took him to the waters of Lake Stymphalian, where a flock of birds with bronze beaks and claws, spewing poisonous excrement, reigned supreme. These creatures, born of the Gorgon's blood, made life hell for the inhabitants of the region. Hercules, with a bronze rattle created by Hephaestus, chased them out of the lake, forcing them to take flight in order to shoot them with his poisoned arrows, which gave the winged creatures no respite. On the island of Crete, a monster bellowed, a colossal bull with fiery fur and scorching breath. This beast, sent by Poseidon, spread terror and destruction wherever it went. Hercules managed to catch the bull by the horns, taming it with his colossal strength, and then took it to Mycenae, where King Eurystheus sacrificed it to the god Apollo. In the region of Elide, King Augean had his stables full of excrement, which was a source of disease and pestilence, and cleaning them was Hercules' fifth job. The hero diverted the course of the rivers Alpheus and Peneus, directing their waters towards the stables and washing away the filth that had accumulated over the years. Augean was filled with admiration for Hercules, but refused to pay the reward he had agreed with him, which provoked the wrath of the hero, who took revenge by defeating the king in a fierce battle. On the plains of Thrace, terror came from Diomedes' mares, wild steeds that fed on human flesh. Hercules diverted the mares to a mighty river where their fury was appeased, and with his colossal strength he subdued them to his will, turning them into docile creatures. Finally, King Eurystheus, terrified by the strength of Hercules and the danger of the beasts, confined them to a deserted island. In his 9th labor, Hercules embarked on a dangerous mission to obtain the belt of Hippolyta, a gift that the god Ares had given to the queen of the Amazons. To do so, he had to sail to the island of Themyscira, confront the Amazon warriors, and convince the queen to give him the belt. Arriving on the island, Hercules was met with hostility from the Amazons, who were unwilling to hand over their precious symbol. However, the hero managed to gain the trust of Hippolyta, who agreed to give him the belt. On the island of Erythea, beyond the Pillars of Hercules, dwelt a colossal monster, Geryon, a giant with 3 bodies, 3 heads, and 6 arms. This creature, son of Chrysaor and Caliro, was a being of colossal strength and owner of a herd of red oxen of great beauty. Hercules had to capture these oxen, for which he confronted Geryon in an epic duel. After the victory, the goddess Hera, Hercules' enemy, sent a giant horsefly to torment the cows, forcing the hero to scatter them to different places, but Hercules managed to keep the herd and deliver it to Eurystheus. In the garden of the Hesperides, guarded by a 100-headed dragon and immortal nymphs, grew a tree with golden fruit, the apples of immortality. These apples were a symbol of eternal youth and divine life. Hercules, in his 11th task, had to obtain the apples from the garden of the Hesperides. To do so, he asked Atlas, a titan condemned to hold the celestial vault, to take the apples while he substituted for him in his titanic task. On his return, Atlas did not want to return to support the celestial vault, but Hercules tricked him and fled with the apples. Cerberus was a 3-headed dog that guarded the gate of Hades. His mission was to prevent the dead from escaping and the living from entering the realm of the dead. Eurystheus asked Hercules, in his 12th and final task, to capture Cerberus and bring him to the world of the living. To do so, he descended into Hades with the authorization of the god Hades, using the secret entrance to Eleusis. After an epic struggle, Hercules managed to tame the monster, lead him through the gate of Hades, and brought him to Eurystheus, king of Mycenae. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the 12 labors of Hercules. We hope you enjoyed this epic story and that it inspired you to pursue your own dreams. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos and stories like this one.